dig. It's for three. You betcha.
The pass to Miller outside three. Good.
Big block by Olsen.
Fryer in the paint. Now to Holzer. Left corner three. Bang! Bang! Oh!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Inside West Fargo High School, as we do have EDC boys basketball on the air today between the West Fargo Packers and the Fargo North Spartans. It's West Fargo, the number 3 seed in the EDC boys basketball tournament, going up against the Fargo North Spartans, the number 6 seed here. Fargo North at 14-8 on the season, while West Fargo sits at 16-5. If you're just joining us earlier today, the West Fargo Packers won over Fargo Shanley in the EDC quarterfinals, 54-52. Mariley Simon led the way with 29 points and 9 rebounds in the win. But let's take a look at what's to come here on our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at IRIEINS.com. We'll hear from both head coaches Travis Hogue of Fargo North and Adam Palczewski for West Fargo. But first, let's take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard. Game starting at 7 o'clock tonight. You have Grand Forks Red River hosting Fargo Shanley in the 4-5 matchup. West Fargo Cheyenne against Fargo South at 7:30. That's the number 2 seed Cheyenne and number 7 seed Fargo South. Then in the 3-6 contest here again, West Fargo and North. And the 1-8 matchup at 7 o'clock, also here on your live event. It's Fargo Davies and Grand Forks Central. That one will get underway at 7 o'clock tonight in EDC boys basketball. The winner of this contest will play on Thursday at 7:15 against the winner of Cheyenne and South. Well, the loser will play at 3:45 on Thursday in a loser-out contest. This is the EDC boys basketball quarterfinals. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back after this, we're going to hear from both head coaches. We will hear from Travis Hogue of Fargo North coming up around the corner. Also, Adam Palczewski of the West Fargo Packers. Let's take a quick timeout. We come back after this. We'll hear from Fargo North head coach Travis Hogue here on our Irie Insurance pregame show.
Rock Solid Concrete. Give them a call at 701-238-4523 to get a free estimate on all your concrete projects. Services provided are, but not limited to, decorative stamp patios, decorative stamp sidewalks, new and replacement driveways and sidewalks, garage, shop, and shed pad floors, and residential and commercial flat work. They would love to sit down with you and find a plan that works best for your projects. Call Rock Solid Concrete at 701-238-4523.
RDK Enterprises can help with spring preparation this winter. Call them at 701-636-2119 to schedule your meter, planter, and precision planting software repairs and updates. This includes monitoring and control systems, all to help improve your planting, which means improved profits. It pays to plant with precision with RDK Enterprises. Locations in Hillsborough and Drayton, North Dakota. Visit them online at planterdoc.com or call 701-636-2119.
Red River Valley Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Friday night racing returns this spring. Log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com for more information.
Red River Valley Speedway, the fastest high bank dirt track in the upper Midwest.
It's now time for our Irie Insurance pregame show coaches conversation. Joining us now is Fargo North head coach, that's Travis Hogue, as they match up with the West Fargo Packers here in the EDC quarterfinals. And Travis, I'm going to ask Adam the same question to start. 2 games that went right down to the wire early this year, combined 4-point differential from the win-loss margin for you two teams. What is it about this time of the year when North and West Fargo get together this season to make for such entertaining basketball?
Yeah, thanks for having me on the program. It's exciting. It's an exciting time of the season, and I think with these two programs, in my opinion, both of these programs are senior. Both teams are senior dominated. We do have a couple of sophomores that are really impactful for our North program this year, but the leadership that the seniors bring on both squads, I think, is especially come tournament time and the experience that they bring and just being in the program for 4 years, boy, it's so important. And I think, when you think about the two battles that we've had this season, yeah, you no doubt, Lemke hits that game winner in our home place. And although it was a difficult loss for us, for him, I'm sure it's something he'll remember for the rest of his life. So, congrats to him and West Fargo when they took that win from us in the Spartan Dome. But, we were able to sneak one back in their home gym just a couple of weeks ago. Felt really good about that win and kind of really good where we're at as the season progresses here. And, I just think it's a battle of two heavyweights that are senior dominated on their teams. And those seniors they're going to battle all 36 minutes, 30, whatever minutes it is. And they're just going to go toe to toe. I told the boys the other night, be ready for a heavyweight fight tonight. So.
The one thing for your team down the stretch, you winning 6 of your last 7 games, Travis, and this is when you want your team to play well, obviously. You talk about climbing the mountain throughout the year. Once you turn the calendar to March, now you're getting closer to win or go home, win and you move on, lose and you go home type of scenario. So what's it been about this team in the last 2 weeks, so to speak, that you've liked on the court?
What I really like, the folk, we've been talking about in practice a lot is just, playing as fast as we can. I really like to play an up-tempo style of game. I think it's great for players. It's fun to play that style of basketball as a player, but it's also really fun for fans. And then, I try not that a lot of coaches do this, but another big aspect that I try to bring is not to micromanage a team. I think sometimes coaches tend to try to control every aspect of the game. And I kind of just like to trust guys and let them go out and play and try to make sure that we do the work in practice so that when it comes time to game, they're ready to go and they know what they need to do. And I try to not impede their progress during the game as much as possible. Obviously there's times where maybe I'll need to call a timeout and we need to address some things and things like that. But, just the ability to play fast. We talk a lot about trusting each other, next man up, and then just constantly doing the little things on the court right. It's kind of been a big aspect the last couple of weeks for us. So, yeah.
The one thing for this matchup with West Fargo, obviously you have a Zeller, they have a Carlson, there's a Sharif. You take a look at you guys. There's a Cody, there's a Sem, and I'm not even saying everyone that's going to get involved here. So is this more of a guard oriented game where the game can be won? Is this more you got to get rebounds, give it to the big guys on the inside, attack downhill? What's the ultimate thing that might give you guys the win here later tonight when it's that final, dress rehearsal, so to speak, when you get to locker room? What's that final big thing that North has to do well here tonight, Travis?
Sure. With West Fargo, I tell you what, they crashed the boards like no other team in the EDC. So first and foremost, I think for us to be victorious tonight is we have to either match them or win that rebounding battle against West Fargo. That's been a big part of our talk this week pregame and going into tonight's game is we've got to be right there with them on the boards, whether it's offense and defense or everything together. We have to be able to match their energy on the boards because they are just tremendous at attacking the ball and reading the ball off the rim. So we have to be able to match that ability. And then as far as position play, you're right, man. They've got some great players all around. We've got some really good players all around. And I tell you what, I really think I think tonight it's going to come down to maybe a name that maybe isn't always in the headlines. I think it's going to come down to maybe a guy that doesn't get a lot of hot headlines on either our team, that he steps up a little bit and is making some big shots at critical times. And, I think the other guys are going to do what they usually do, but I really think tonight that it's going to be somebody maybe that we don't necessarily talk about all the time or that we see their names in the paper, that it's going to come down to somebody making a big shot. And truly, if I fast forward to tonight, I truly think that it may be the team that walks out with a win tonight as the team that has the ball at the end. I really do, because it's going to be a back and forth battle, and I think it's going to be a really fast game. So hopefully we have the ball at the end.
Oh, it should be a lot of fun from my standpoint, because I just get to be a fan, as always, like everybody else in the stands, and get to see what happens. So Travis, thank you so much for your time, and best of luck here tonight against Coach Paul Chesky and the Packers.
You bet, Chase. Again, thank you for having me, and we really appreciate you guys televising this game for all of our friends, family, and relatives that can't make it in person tonight. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Coach. That again, Travis Hogue. When we come back after this, we'll hear from Adam Palczewski on our Coach's Corner here between the Spartans and the Packers in the EDC Boys Basketball Tournament.
The City of Hillsboro welcomes you with opportunities to build, grow, live, and work in the Hillsboro community. With the City of Hillsboro Renaissance Zone, new businesses and entrepreneurs can use to start a business. The time for you to consider Hillsboro is now. Come see us, make the drive, and visit the City of Hillsboro. Contact city offices or visit www.hillsboro-nd.com. Small town, big opportunity. Experience Hillsboro.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day, and is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
On our Irie Insurance pregame show now, join us as West Fargo Packers head boys basketball coach. That's Adam Palczewski as the Packers host the Spartans of Fargo North in the EDC boys basketball quarterfinals. And Adam, to close out the regular season, your team and everyone else in the East had to go through it with maybe missed practices, moving games around. All of a sudden, last week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, your final 3 games of the regular season to close out back to back to back. What did you learn during that stretch in 3 games in 72 hours for your team that gets you ready for tournament time here, Adam?
Our kids were able to play really hard in 3 straight games. They came out the first 2 and, put the hammer down and played really well. We were able to get some JV kids some minutes in those couple of games. But our seniors took it very seriously, even though they were playing teams in the lower half of the league. They didn't waste their time like sometimes you can do and play down to an opponent. They played really hard. So that was good, those first 2, and then another road game up in Grand Forks. It didn't quite go our way, but because the first 2 were maybe a little bit easier, we had to get some things exposed again. So, and Red River did that to us. So they played a zone that we struggled with. They rebounded the ball well, and there are a lot of things that we can do better. So it was good to have that game and have a loss just to wake you up right before the tournament. And, I say that now, but we'll see what tonight brings.
Going up against Fargo North, what has it been in the air? I mean, there's been 2 games combined by 1 possession or 4 combined points when you have played them at North and when they played you at West Fargo. What's it about this matchup, or what's it about the guys on the floor that make it, right to the tooth and nail here, Adam?
Well, Fargo North has done a pretty good job compared to the past of taking care of the basketball. They always get a shot, at least one shot on every possession, and they have a lot of size, which we tend to struggle with. On the rebounding side, I think we've lost the rebounding battle to them both times fairly decisively, and that hurts. So we need to make sure we take care of the rebounding on the defensive end for sure. I think we can get some offensive boards because of our quickness, but we got to attack it. But so that's a big thing, is they get some points inside where we don't. So we got to finish inside when we get the ball there, and we got to keep them outside the lane as much as possible. That's the big difference, I think. And then, it's a player's game. So we'll be ready, and our guys got to make plays. We've been there before. We know what we're doing, and I guess so is North after they had a good little run last year. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully our guys execute.
The one thing for your club, because it is the final game for these seniors to play on this home gym, you guaranteed 2 games in this double round, double elimination EDC bracket. But at the end of the day, Adam, just this senior class, what have they meant to you and this program? Obviously you got a couple more games still ahead with them, but what have they meant to this Packers program?
They've been tremendous kids to be around. There's not enough superlatives to go around for how much these kids mean to me. A couple guys that have played for a long, long time are Brett Limke and Carson Hagerly. They've played a lot of games on that floor, and they're definitely leave their mark. But the entire class, Parker Nelson, Caden Zepeda, Nick Carlson, Fode Sharif, and Jaden Grefstrud have just been wonderful kids to coach. And they really showed a lot of stuff, not just in games, but also outside and off the court, about how they treat people, how they care about their school, and it's important to them. So having kids like that, you just hope that when you coach, that you can help those kids be better people than you are. And I think those 7 kids are. They're phenomenal young men.
Final thing for you, and before we let you go, what's the final message? What's the one last thing, so to speak, on the whiteboard going up against Fargo North? What is the one absolute thing that you have to do well? You might have alluded to it a little bit earlier here, but what's the one thing you have to do well against the Spartans to get to the EDC semifinals?
First, there's a few things. Sorry, it's not one, but we have to rebound the ball. We have to transition well. Defensively and offensively, we can't give up layups that way. We got to take care of the basketball, and then again, just play our game. So we have a pretty good team.
Adam, as always, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here tonight against Fargo North.
Thanks, Chase. Appreciate it.
Packers head coach Adam Palczewski with us. When we come back, starting lineups and the opening tip in the EDC quarterfinals between West Fargo and Fargo North.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms, saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage, our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
It's a family-oriented community.
It's a great community to raise kids in a family.
They're a safe place to raise a family, and can go four-wheeling on the trails or kayaking down the river.
Just more than knowing the family that's here, it's getting to know new neighbors.
We wanted to be somewhere that was community-oriented, and this felt just perfect.
From too wet to too dry, we know Mother Nature has the final say on the crop. Count on Irie Insurance to help manage that risk. Irie Insurance has a proven track record with over 30 years of experience as a crop insurance leader. Protect your legacy with the right tools to do the job. Learn more at IrieInsurance.com or by calling your local agent in Devils Lake, Hillsborough, Hope, Mackville, Towner, and West Fargo.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
St. John Paul II Catholic Schools is a community inspiring excellence through faith, learning, and service. They have provided a faith-based learning environment for over 100 years in the Fargo-Moorhead area. At JP2 Catholic Schools, they form community leaders as they begin their journey of excellence, beginning with 3-year-old little deacons all the way through 12th grade deacons. The tradition of excellence continues at JP2 Catholic Schools. It is the Deacon Way. Good luck to all athletes from JP2 Catholic Schools. As we come back here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, for all of your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at IrieINS.com. That does it there. We get ready for the starting lineups and the opening tip, as we heard from both head coaches, Adam Palczewski for West Fargo and Fargo North. Head coach, that is Travis Hogue. Earlier today in the girls portion, the top 4 seeds all advanced to the semifinals. Number 1, Davies over Fargo North, 69-21. Carly Franks with 18 points. West Fargo over Fargo Shanley in a game that went final 54-52. You had Mariley Simon with 29 points and 9 rebounds. West Fargo Cheyenne 78-59 over Wahpeton. Olivia Manson with 19 points and 5 main threes for the Mustangs. And Red River over number 6 seed Devils Lake 82-34. Jocelyn Schiller with 21 points and 3 made threes in the win for the Rough Riders. So 2 o'clock North and Shanley on Friday afternoon. That'll take us through West Fargo, Cheyenne, and Red River in the semifinals at 7:15 on Friday afternoon. In the boys portion of the bracket, the winner of this contest will play the winner of West Fargo, Cheyenne, and Fargo South at 7:15 on Thursday. The loser will play at 3:45 in our consolation semifinals. We'll have every game for you Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from the Shield Center here on your live event. In the last meeting between these two teams, Fargo North won by 3, 87-84 at West Fargo on February the 17th. The Packers won by 1 on December the 17th. So they've split in the regular season, and this is the 4th meeting in the EDC quarterfinals in the last 6 years between these two programs. You have Chase Miller alongside Josh Boyko. You also have Reggie Funk handling the camera, the 3-man crew with you here. Thank you very much for tuning in. And Josh, you had a barn burner in this one. Again, 2 games decided by 1 position. Could be a barn burner as well.
Absolutely. Looking forward to this game. It's going to be some athletic exciting basketball coming up tonight for sure.
The Fargo North Spartans 14-8 on the season. In the regular season, 12 wins and 8 losses in conference play. They'll go like this here for Fargo North. A 6'3 sophomore. You're going to have Gabe Sagvold. He wears number 20, so we'll mark that down. We had him for 13 or number 3, but number 20 again, Gabe Sagvold, the 6'2 senior. Jeremiah Sem, the 6'3 sophomore, averaging 22 points and 5 rebounds. From there, you have Isaac Cody, a 6'4 senior guard, 11 points, 4 boards, 4 assists. Fargo North beat Valley City in a play-in match coming up, or they did on Saturday from the Spartan Dome. Luke Lohlberg, a 6'3 senior forward, averaging 8 points, and Carter Zeller, a 6'6 sophomore center, 14 points, 7 rebounds. Sem, Cody, Sagvold, Lohlberg, and Zeller. Fargo North has won 3 straight games, including that 98-58 win over Valley City on Saturday. Sagvold with 17 points and 4 rebounds in the win for Fargo North. On the opposite side for the West Fargo Packers, they're 6-2 in their last 8 games. They had to finish off the season with 3 straight games last Wednesday through Friday. 1 over Wahpeton, 1 over Valley City, lost by 6 against Grand Forks River and Grand Forks on Friday. They'll go like this. Parker Nelson, a 5'11 senior guard, 8 points and 3.5 assists per contest. The big man on the inside is going to be Nick Carlson, a 6'4 senior forward. Carlson at 6'4". Carlson averaging 4 points and 7 boards. You have also Brent Lemke, a sharpshooter, has 62 made threes on the season. Lemke averaging 14 points and 3 assists. You have Carson Hagerly, a 6'3 senior guard. Hagerly again at 6'3". And then Fode Sharif, the 6'4 senior forward here for the Packers. Again, Fode Sharif averaging 15 and 8. Nelson, Carlson, Lemke, Hagerly, Sharif. The Packers head coached by Adam Palczewski, the defending state champs here in North Dakota. 16 wins, 5 losses on the season, and 15 and 5 in conference play. 2 18-minute halves, a 30-second shot clock. It's West Fargo, it's Fargo North. The winner will play in the semifinals coming up on Thursday. And taking a look at this EDC tournament, it's either been Cheyenne or Davies every year since 2014 that has won this conference tournament. The only team to do so not named Davies or Cheyenne, Red River back in 2015. It's North, it's West Fargo. Let's get ready for some EDC boys basketball on this Tuesday night. The WDA gets ready on Thursday out in the capital city. It's a packed house here. The Packer faithful chanting, I believe. Opening tip between Hagerly and Zeller, and Hagerly wins the tip to Parker Nelson. Nelson, a little soft crossover, finds Sharif. Right pocket, takes a couple hard dribbles down the paint. Kick, Lemke, open 3. He's got it to go! Brent Lemke for the opening triple here for the West Fargo Packers as they're on the board first. Little man defense by West Fargo by Hagerly. Cody on the guard. This one goes hard down the paint inside Zeller. Zeller lost it right in front of the West Fargo bench. Other side of the floor here on the opening turnover. Lemke, little shake and bake dribble in the half court. Leaves it back to Nick Carlson. We've seen Nick Carlson in and out of the lineup throughout the season for West Fargo, dealing with the little ankle roll at practice. He leaves it right-hand side of Lemke. Lemke with a couple hard dribbles down the paint. Floater for 2! It's Lemke 5, Fargo North nothing. On our United Savings Credit Union scoreboard, 2 locations in Fargo alongside one in Dilworth and Detroit Lakes. Learn more at unitedsavingcu.org. Cody 3, back tab no. Rebound gets tapped out and right to Luke Lohlberg. A fresh 30 here for Fargo North. A drive, hang, shoot. That one is going to rattle in for 2 by Gabe Sagvold. West Fargo 5, Fargo North 2. If this is any indication of what we have to offer, should be fun. North averaging 80 points, 78 points per contest. On the opposite side for West Fargo, they are averaging 80. West Fargo second in scoring, only behind Davies. Fargo North is third. And Josh, you got to see Fargo North earlier this season.
Yeah, I did, and it was really the Jeremiah Sem show. I mean, the athleticism on display is absolutely incredible. We'll see more of that tonight.
This one goes inside to Sharif. Hang, shoot, and score. Fode Sharif, no backside help. He says thank you very much. 7-2 lead here for the Packers. Isaac Cody getting walled off there by Hagerly. Double team comes right to the key. That's to Loberg. Loberg on the man defense. They're looking for the nice spin move on Sharif. Gets fouled, and Fode will get called for the reach. His first, team's first, as you have on the inside Luke Loberg on the spin cycle going to the line to shoot two. Loberg, a 65% free throw shooter here on the season for Fargo North. The Spartans able to make the state tournament last year. Free throw attempts off the mark. North went 13-3, lost to Minot in the state quarterfinals. West Fargo, the defending champs, 22-3 last season, beating Bismarck, Cheyenne, and Minot High en route to their state title run. Loberg goes one of two from the free throw line. Man defense here by Fargo North. Lemke, nice ankle cross, dribble, pull back, 15-footer. That one's off the mark, and a rebound by Loberg. Baseball pass up to the floor, to a shrieking Gage Sagel, and a shot gets blocked by Hagerly. What a find, first and foremost by Luke Loberg, but better defense. Rise up, young man. Carson Hagerly with the block. As the students in full force here on Jersey night here for West Fargo, making the stand. This one will go right-hand side of Jeremiah Sem. Sem with it, goes between the circles. Nice crazy little double dribble on that one after the hesitation move. Second turnover on Fargo North. It's EDC boys basketball tonight here in West Fargo, and quite frankly, you can make a case for 6, 7, and maybe even Grand Forks Central if they have everything humming right to make some noise here in this EDC tournament. It is wide open in the East here in 2022. Interior, Hagerly spins. The future Bison football commit off the mark. The rebound comes down to Luke Loberg. Luke, that's his third. Sem in the front court right now. Man defense by Parker Nelson. Cody on the baseline looking for the kick. Extra hand around the horn to Sagvold. Gabe with the basketball back up top. That'll be to Sem. Shot clock to 13 seconds. Sem with it at the right baseline here. They're trying to post up Zeller. Sem will hang, shoot, tough shot off the mark, and Nick Carlson gets the rebound. Near sideline, Lemke. Lemke's going to attack hard the paint. Leaves it to Parker Nelson. Up top, Fode Sharif. Open for three. Yes, sir! Fode Sharif tickles the twine. His first made three of the contest, his second as a team. It's Sharif and Lemke 10, Fargo North 3. 14:45 left here in this first half on your United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. This one goes in the baseline here for Fargo North. Spinning is going to be off the mark, no good. Rebound there is going to be off the mark one more time. Zeller tries to handle it, doesn't count it. Carter Zeller with the and one opportunity here for the Fargo North Spartans.
With that many offensive rebounds, you know sooner or later there's going to be a whistle coming in. There's a greater chance that that ball's going in too, and Zeller converts through the contact, has a chance for the end one.
Last year, Zeller had 43 points in a game, Josh.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's domination in the post at its finest.
Zeller at the free throw line, a 69% free throw shooter. The foul comes on Carlson, his first, the team's second. Free throw attempt is good by Zeller. So Fargo North, 2 of 3 from the free throw line early as they're trailing it by 4 on your United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. Both teams staying in that man defense throughout. Fargo North right now on the guard of Sharif is Zeller. Inside at Zepeda, who just checked in. Lemke left wing 3 off the front iron board. Comes down to Loberg, and Loberg wants to run. Open is Cody in transition. Stop, pop, and that one is just in and out. A rebound to Carson Hagerly. He gives it to Zepeda. Right wing answer 3. That one's off the backboard. No, Carlson saves it. Throws it over his back to Zepeda. Now it's inside to Hagerly. He rises from 13 for 2. Hagerly becomes a third Packer in the scoring column. West Fargo doubling up right now. Fargo North in the opening 4.5 minutes. This one, Cody skips it. Left-hand side three-pointer. Luke Loberg off the front iron and a board to Brent Lemke. If you blink, you're going to miss a shot. This one goes to Hagerly. Right wing free throw line extended. Fode Sharif asking for the ball screen. Hagerly takes it. This one three-pointer off the front iron. It's still loose underneath. Carlson put back, got it to go. Carlson 2 points and 3 rebounds, and Josh, I tell you what, this one is a track meet. Better get your dancing shoes, track shoes ready to go.
Yeah, I gotta have the stopwatch ready too. We're seeing some 40 times going to be run out here.
Fargo North on the inside. Ball gets deflected now to Cody, and we're going to have a hesitation, and the foul comes on the show from Carlson. That's big because it's going to be his second. Nick Carlson picks up his second and the team's third as we have a wholesale of substitutions. Matthew Sem will check into the contest here for Fargo North. Welcome Muhoza, a 6'5 junior forward, will check in as well, and also Nathaniel Khaled, a 6'1 senior. Officiating crews of Ryan Gellner inbounding the ball, Taylor Park and Jeremy Carney here, the three-man duo in the stripes on this Tuesday night. Khaled spins at the high post. North goes on the inside. Khaled shot up off the mark. Rebound, though, by Khaled. He spins again inside. No good. And the rebound comes down to Fode Sharif. You'll see West Fargo play more of a 7 to 8 man rotation. North will go deeper on their bench. Three-pointers off the mark. No good by Isaac Fitz. Fitz, the 6'1 junior, getting some minutes. Sem in the front court now for Fargo North. The Spartans have been stuck on 6 here for the last 2.5 minutes. This one up top, Zeller. Zeller leaves it left-hand side, Khaled. Khaled takes a ball screen, does inside the paint. Bounce pass right-hand side. This one goes between the circles. Interior now to Zeller. Zeller lost it for a moment. Good defense there by Fitz to get down and dirty. And a timeout here by the West Fargo Packers as the assistant or either a player called the timeout, much to the chagrin of head coach Adam Polcheski. We'll break as well. 12:18 left on our first half. United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. It's West Fargo up by 8.
Making a difference and impacting lives comes together when you study to become a nurse at Lake Region State College. Our nursing program is available in Mayville, Grand Forks, and Devils Lake. Find out more today. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Save the day.
As we check back in, it's the West Fargo Packers 14-6 over the Fargo North Spartans. Welcome Muhoza, a 6'5 junior forward, getting some minutes here for Travis Hogue. And Coach Hogue told us in our pregame show saying, hey, you know what? This is a guy that we put out there, and he's making the most out of his opportunities and also his length. Josh, could be a determining factor guarding against a guy like a Hagerly or possibly a Fode Sharif here in the half court.
Yeah, with someone with the bounce of Hagerly, you got to counter it with some height and length, and that's something Muhoza can provide.
Brett Limke in the front court now leaves it between the circles. Left-hand side here is X to Parker Nelson. Nelson between the rings, back to Fode Sharif on this driving action. Sharif step-through shot is going to be off the mark, no good, and tip-out goes to Carter Zeller. So first time out of the contest here for West Fargo. Sem with it, driving kick. This leaves it left-hand side. That one is going to go to Muhoza. Back interior for Khaled, a running off-balance shot off the mark. Welcome with the offensive putback, baby hook for two. So this one in the front court now for the West Fargo Packers with Isaac Fix back to Grefsrud. Left-hand side, Nelson North, a little 2-3 zone now. Sharif, right pocket three for the answer. Off the mark, rebound though, and the reverse for two is Isaac Fitz. He just played in 12 games this season, and we saw it last year with Nick Carlson getting some valuable minutes later in the season as well, especially in the tournament. So that's what Polcheski's doing a little bit here on the guard play. And we're going to have an illegal ball screen. Nathaniel Khaled just wasn't set. The foul will be on Khaled, his first and the team's first.
Yeah, just not quite set on that screen. Got busted for the moving screen.
So on your scoreboard, again, doubling up. It was 12-6, now 16-8. 11:09 left to play here in the first half. Winner will play the winner of West Fargo Cheyenne and Fargo South at 7:15 on Thursday night in our semifinal round action. Consolation semifinal will go for the loser at 3:45. Limke from downtown Main Street off the arc. Rebound comes down to Isaac Cody. Cody in the front court here, looking for a driving kick, finds Sem. That's a freshman. Sem, oh, what a spin move, but he lost the handle. This one goes Limke. It's a 2-on-2. Limke shovel pass, Hagerly up, and that is good. Give Limke the assist. Hagerly now with 4. The Packers lead it by the first time here this evening by 10 on the United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. Isaac Cody in the front court, ankle cross, but Hagerly got the deflection. Hagerly looks to go coast to coast over Cody, and a foul there coming. Isaac will pick up his first, team second, going to the free throw line, a 52% free throw shooter on the season in Carson Hagerly.
You saw the liftoff that Hagerly gets in transition there. Really getting up, and Cody, a nice contest. in transition, but gets whistled for the foul.
Hagerly, free throw attempt number 1 upcoming, got it to go. First free throw attempt of the game here for West Fargo as brother to brother. That's Jeremiah, the older of Matthew Sem. Matthew will check out as Jeremiah will check in. Fargo North already has rotated 8 players here in this contest. Hagerly goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line. A little full court token pressure here by West Fargo coming off a loss on Friday against Red River. Fargo North, they've won 3 straight. South, Grand Forks Central, and a play-in win on Saturday over Valley City. Backdoor cut. Sem stepped through, shot up, and shot good. Jeremiah Sem with his first 2 points of the evening. Ball in the front court, now to Limke with a shot fake there. Takes a couple hard dribbles down the paint, driving kick, fits for a 3. Off the mark, rebound comes down to Khaled. Khaled works with it the other end of the floor. Goes behind the back, finds a trailer. Luke Lohlberg. That one is off. Ball gets tipped out right to Parker Nelson. Nelson in transition, 3-on-2. Shovel pass Grefstrud. He spins. Grefstrud on the right short corner. Hagerly takes a nice crossover, rises from 7 and picks up a foul here on Jeremiah Sem. Sem with his first in the team's third. Josh, what's standing out about this game in the opening 8.5 minutes to you?
The West Fargo defense is being really aggressive, really active, and it's gotten a little bit of foul trouble for a couple people, but you'd say it's probably paid off, though. Double-digit scoring lead, and the athleticism on defense has been outstanding from the Packers in the early going.
A good-looking crowd here tonight as well between Fargo North and West Fargo. A lot of people had this one circled as maybe the EDC quarterfinal game to watch. Now, again, the EDC covering it throughout this season is wide open. You can make a case for 6, 7, and even Grand Forks Central as an 8 seed. If you get them on the wrong day, they could hang around and make you work for it. Hagerly goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line, has 8 points, and the Packers have their largest lead of the game here at 12. Fargo North with Cody will spin, gets by Hagerly. The Packer faithful wanted a travel and also an offensive push on Cody. Nothing was given, so Cody goes right to the 10 for 2. Limke left-hand side to Parker Nelson. Nelson, nice spin on the interior, rises from 7 and gets the shooter's roll. For these seniors, it's their last game inside their home gym because from here we go to the Shield Center on Thursday and Saturday, then the Bismarck Event Center if you're lucky enough to make it to state. Cody gets by Hagerly and count it! Isaac Cody with 4 straight points here for the Spartans and a chance for the good old-fashioned 3-point play. Hagerly picks up the foul, his first, team's 4th, and Cody goes to the free throw line, a 59% free throw shooter on the season. North right now 2 of 3 from the stripe. Nelson will check out as coming in will be Caden Zepeda. West Fargo, we've seen 8 players so far in the rotation. Same for Fargo North. Free throw attempt is off the mark short. Sharif gets his 2nd rebound. Fode, nice little ankle cross, spins on Zeller. Oh, what a move! He hit the B button and got the left-handed finger roll layup to go.
My goodness. What an athletic move.
Fode Sharif in the starting lineup when Nick Carlson kind of went out with an ankle injury against Fargo Davies earlier this year, and they haven't been able to take him out. He's been playing so well. Lohlberg on the inside spins, hangs, shoots, and gets it to go. Luke, the 6'3 senior, uses his size on the interior. He's got 3.
That's big because they were bringing the double team all the way on Sem on the outside. They don't want him touching the ball, so it's big that someone like Lohlberg's getting involved.
Left-hand side, Hagerly, little 5-out offense here by West Fargo. Hagerly looking on the skip pass, finds a Zepeda, shot clock down to 12. Grefstrud backing his defender down. Grefstrud finds it, leaves it. Limke open 3. Back tab, no. Rebound comes to Lohlberg, and we've seen the baseball pass before. This time to the big man Zeller, who goes behind the back. And a turnover there with Hagerly, like piranhas, going for the loose ball. And we have an offensive player control foul here on Jaden Grefstrud as Isaac Cody takes the charge.
West Fargo fans not going to be too happy with that one, as it looked like more of a glancing blow and maybe a perhaps still shuffling, but they're going to say out of control on the offense is more what drew that charge right there.
And good job by Cody. I tell you what, if Grefstrud was coming down the paint like an Oklahoma 8-gap, I would get out of the way. I'd be like a Mantador a little bit with bullfighting and say, "Ole, excuse me, sir." Zeller in the front court now. Packers up by 10. Cody dribble pullback. He's feeling it. That shot is off, and a rebound is going to belong to Caden Zepeda. Both teams talked about the window and trying to win on the rebounding category here in this one could be a key factor. Limke got going early. Up top, Grefsrud, he steps into a three. The lefty tickles the twine. Jaden Grefsrud with his 12th made three of the season. This is a man who's been hot as of late. 21 against Valley City and 15 against Red River to close out the regular season, as Jeremiah Sem was out of control as well. And we're going to have a blocking foul underneath, and the Packer fans are not going to be too happy with the call. The foul on Limke, his first, and the team's sixth.
Well, that just makes the call on the other end a little bit more confusing is all I think, because, I mean, Sem was way more out of control.
As Adam Polcheski not too happy talking with the official Ryan Gellner. Gellner had the call on the baseline. He had two officials with their hands up with Carney and Gellner. Gellner makes the call. Three-pointer though on the second chance opportunity, short on the way there by Segvold. Rebound comes down to Fode Sharif, and then we have a body foul here on Fargo North. This one's going to be the foul on Gabe, his first and the team's fourth. Now, this has been a lot of excitement in the opening 11 minutes here, Josh.
Yeah, you got a lot of emotion in the crowd after an energizing call, and we'll see if it translates to anything on the floor.
West Fargo right now, it's just been a well-balanced effort led by the 8 points of Hagerly, 7 by Fode Sharif. Parker Nelson wants 2 points. That shot partially blocked. Jeremiah Sem will get the rebound. Sem held to 2 points so far for Fargo North in the front court. Nice crossover, left-handed layup for two. Talk about the ankle cross. I don't know if he had an inch between that and the top of where the basketball was. That was smooth. Carlson on the interior, banging with Zeller, hanging with Zeller, and shooting over Zeller for two. Carlson now with 4, and just like that was Fargo, as they've done for the majority of the first half with the answer. Losing in the backcourt here is Fargo North, close to a 10-second call and a timeout here by Travis Hogue. We'll break with them, 6:31 left to play in the opening half on our United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. It's West Fargo 31, Fargo North 18, here on your live event.
Save the dates for the Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 22nd through 25th. New this year, music from Post-Traumatic Funk Syndrome, the Freddie Justice Hypnotist, the Traveling Escape Room, Nick the Magician for Youth Day, Senior Day, Free Family Friday, the Red Letter Band, the Woodpicks, racing, and so much more. NormanCountyFair.com. The Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 22nd through 25th. It is where summer begins and the fun never ends.
Everybody's gonna be there.
Back here on your live event, coming up on our halftime show, we'll take a look at the first half numbers. We'll let Josh recap what happened in the girls' contest with West Fargo and Fargo Shanley, and take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard. The East in full throttle tonight. The West gets going officially on Thursday. It all culminates to state qualifiers, EDC championships, and WDA championships. We will have the EDC girls and boys basketball tournament for you Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from the Shield Center right here on your live event. Chase and Josh with you. Reggie Funk handling the camera, and we get a steal. Here comes a little 3-on-2. Hagerly bounce pass. Oh, what a dime. Carlson with the up and under, shot up and shot good on the second chance opportunity. Carlson just padding stats now, 6 points and 4 rebounds. You never did that, did you, Josh? Throw the basketball up off the backboard to get a rebound to try to pad stats?
You have to be in the game to do that.
Zeller double team Cody, kick out. Cody hang, shoot, rises for 2.
Nice floater from Cody.
Cody now is 6. The Spartans down by 13 points. We'll see if they can close it out, get within single digits before the half. West Fargo like to keep this pace going and try to get north of 40, maybe even close to 50 if they're efficient in the front court. Fitz, check that, and that's going to be with Peyton McGregor, a 5'9 junior. So going to the bench a little more here is Coach Balcheski. Limke hangs, shooting, the shot is up, and Cody got his hand cut in the cookie jar. Actually, they're going to give this one to Carter Zeller. So Zeller will pick up the foul, his first, team's 5th, as Brent Limke, a 66% free throw shooter, goes to free throw line for the pair. Limke, free throw attempt number 1, got it to go. West Fargo, 5 opportunities at the line. They're 5 of 5. Free throw attempt number 2 here for the senior guard, all-conference player from a season ago. See, no announcers jinx us. People say that you say 5 for 5 and they always miss. Right there, they were able to get it with Limke. Sem is getting hounded in the backcourt, showing his dribbling handles, driving, kick, baseline 3, rising. That one off the mark, no good by Segvold. Rebound by Sem, who throws it up, and if that's on Carlson, that's his 3rd. And that'll be awfully big on the rebounds as Nick Carlson will pick up his third and the team's 7th, and Sem goes to the free throw line to shoot 2.
That's just one player taking over and being better than the opposing 5 on defense right there. Sem with the handles in the backcourt and the athleticism to get the offensive rebound and a chance to shoot 2 now.
If you're Fargo North, a chance and a time to own the window. Nick Carlson, a 6'4 senior averaging over 7 rebounds per contest. He'll check out and he'll have 3 personal fouls to boot with 5:23 left here in this particular game. Rebound is off to Carson Hagerly after the missed shot. So 35-21, a football score with 5:15 left here in the first half. Three-pointer, got it to go! Off the bench, Peyton McGregor with his second varsity three-pointer of the season. Adam Palczewski in this postseason going a little bit deeper to the bench right now. He's played 9, normally played 7 or just 8 throughout the year. Sem gets fouled in the act of shooting, and Sem will go back to the free throw line. Again, Sem is like a moth to a light. There's a lot of people going to be looking at him because of his ball abilities, which means other people are open, but Sem can create his own shot. The foul comes on McGregor, his first in the team's 8th. Sem makes free throw attempt number 1. Earlier this season, these two teams played a high track meet kind of a game. 87-84 West Fargo at North and 82-81 here at West Fargo. And we might still get there with how much time's left and where these two teams are scoring right now, Josh. Free throw attempt by Sem. Goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Sem now with 7 points. The Spartans are trailing it by 15, but every time you feel like North gets something going, West Fargo has an answer. Lemke, three-pointer, no. Rebound comes down. That goes to the younger brother, Matt Sem. Now Jeremiah in the front court. He'll rise. Top of the key, 3. Off the mark. Ball gets tapped out right to Jeremiah. Jeremiah shovel pass to his younger brother, Matthew Sem, for the 2 points. Second chance opportunities here for the Spartans. Now down by 13. Right-hand side, Grefstrud. Man defense continues by the Spartans. Hagerly shoots the three-pointer off the mark, and we're going to get a foul here on Isaac Cody with the extension of the forearm on Fode Sharif, and that's the last one that North has to give. That's Cody's second and the team's 6th.
Interesting to see if they leave Cody in the rest of the half. He's not afraid to shoot threes, and he's one of those people that can put up points in a hurry. We do have a sub coming to the scorer's table now.
Fode Sharif will shoot it over Sem. Shot is off the mark. Rebound comes down to who Josh was just talking about, Isaac Cody. Cody in the backcourt here. A bucket by the Spartans could make it a 10 or 11-point game after they're trailing it by 15 moments ago. Sem in the front court. Fode Sharif is there for the pickpocket. Steal goes out of bounds, and it will go to Fargo North. And just like you said, Josh, Cody will check out. Coach Travis Hogue doesn't want Cody to get 3 personal fouls here in this first half. Now the officials will talk it over again. Taylor Park, Ryan Gellner, and Jeremy Carney to make sure if there was a reset on the possession. If there's no reset on the possession, shot clock goes down to about 20 or 25 seconds here. So we'll see what they'll talk about because North had it in the front court. And the question becomes again, did Fode Sharif on the steal have enough possession of the basketball to warrant a reset to 30 seconds on the shot clock? Right now they have the clock to 29. And now the officials will have to come back over, which that allows us to get a read in. The Traill County Economic Development Commission is hosting a job fair from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Wednesday, March the 2nd in Mayville. The event, which will be held at the Mayville Armory at 332 Center Avenue South, is free and open to the public. Anyone seeking employment or anyone curious about the opportunities available at Traill County employers is encouraged to attend. Search Traill County Economic Development Commission Facebook page for more information. So they reset the shot clock to 17, and we'll have an inbound. Both teams in the 1-and-1 bonus from here on out for the remainder 4 minutes of this first half. Khaled drive, leaves it, that's Loberg. Loberg backing his defender down, rips it through, shot up and partially blocked there by Fode Sharif, and Sharif comes the other way. Sharif leaves it to Nelson. Nelson shovel pass, Hagerly for 2. Oh, what beauty of a transition play that was by West Fargo.
Sharif with the style points coming up the floor. Now a steal. Hagerly for the jam.
Hagerly unable to get that to go, and then Hagerly was hanging on the rim to try to bring it back, so it's not going to count. Hagerly wanted to take take it down here, as I think if you're a Fargo North fan, you might be asking if it was a technical foul or not, because he was hanging on the rim, but again, he's going for the offensive ball. Regardless, this will allow us to catch our break. We need it. 3:36 left to play in the opening half. It's West Fargo 40, Fargo North 25 on United Savings Credit Union scoreboard.
Red River Valley Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Friday night racing returns this spring. Log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com for more information.
Red River Valley Speedway, the fastest high-bank dirt track in the upper Midwest.
Let the team at Taxman help prepare your taxes and answer any of your tax-related questions. From financial planning, payroll services, and retirement planning, Taxman focuses on your unique tax, accounting, and consulting needs. For expert, affordable service from accountants that care about you with a combined 200 years of experience, choose Taxman. Open year-round with offices in Fargo and Moorhead. For more information, go online to fmtaxman.com.
Make sure you patronize all of our sponsors. We would like to thank all of them throughout the season, especially those that are bringing us our opportunity here of the EDC Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament. You just saw the Taxman right there, Lake Region State College and JP2 Catholic Schools and a host of others. Make sure you patronize those sponsors. After the timeout by Travis Hogue, Spartans down by 15 points right now, 40-25, with 3:30 left here in the first half. Packers continue in that man defense. Sem, nice crossover on Limke. Hang, shoot, the baseline runner off the mark. Zeller gets the putback over to Packers. Can't get it to go. Zeller banging for it on the inside. Now it comes to Sem. This one, Khaled rises, third time the charm, no. Khaled with another offensive rebound, though, here in this possession. Sam, fourth time, can it go? No. Another offensive board, though, by Nathaniel Khaled. Inside Zeller, yes, sir! Zeller now at 5. I mentioned it, Nick Carlson's on the bench with 3 personal fouls, so if there's a time to get to the window, it's right now if you're Fargo North. Three-pointer, Fode Sharif is long. Rebound comes to Loberg here for the Spartans. Sem crossing over, spins, uses up that dribble, looks to Zeller, and him and Parker Nelson collide as Sem goes down the ground. Matthew Sem, right wing. Sem at the free throw line to Khaled. Khaled takes a couple hard dribbles down the paint, finds Sem on the baseline. 12-footer is off the front iron. A rebound to Fode Sharif, his 5th. 2:23 left to play in the opening first half. Hagerly drives and he gets fouled here. This looks to be on Matt Sem. Now the question is he active shooting or on the floor? Regardless, there's a free throw coming. Matt Sem will pick up the foul, and they're going to give him the 2 opportunities. Hagerly, 10 points, 2 rebounds here for the West Fargo Packers. Lead it by 13. Misses free throw attempt number 1. Max Foul, the 5'11 junior, will check in with Fode Sharif.
Hagerly's done a nice job attacking, forcing the issue near the basket. 6th free throw attempt for him.
And Hagerly's been able to cash in on 5 of those 6, Josh, and we have a substitution as Fitz will check in for the aforementioned Hagerly here. Packers up by 14 points. It's kind of been that 12 to 15, 11 to 16 kind of a game here for the last 5.5 to 6 minutes in this EDC boys basketball quarterfinal round contest. Khaled spins on the inside. His pass to Zeller's partially deflected, and here comes Parker Nelson in transition. Nelson goes hard down the paint. Left-hand scoop shot, no. Expecting some contact. Ball gets kicked out. Max foul to Limke. 3! Yes, sir! Limke with his second made 3 of the contest. He's in double digits with 10. Packers with their largest lead at 17 and a traveling violation here by Sem. So the turnover starting to mount a little bit for Fargo North. And Travis Hogue will have to bring Cody back on the floor to get a little momentum back to the Spartans, and also maybe just a little more ball handling on the floor. Again, Cody playing with 2 personal fouls. Max Foul will check out here for West Fargo. Hagerly returns after a short breather on the bench. Also, you have Gabe Sagvold back in the contest here for Fargo North. Packers season high this year, 105 at Devil's Lake. I don't know if they'll get there tonight, but they're well on pace in terms of that efficiency. And a Grifsrud right baseline bucket helps. Grefsrud now with 5, and the Spartans, a team that can get up and down the floor and score with anyone. They need some points right now. Sem goes hard to the paint, an offensive charge. Limke got there first. Sem will pick up the foul, his second and the team's 8th. And how about Limke slipping in there to pick up the charge on Sem?
Yeah, charges are such a huge momentum swinger, and if it already wasn't enough in the favor of the Packers right now, that'll get it even more in favor of them.
Now, one thing with Fargo North, they can score 78, but they give up 68 points per game, 7th in the conference. West Fargo gives up 64, which is 4th in the conference. And the last 3 games with Central, South, and Valley City, West Fargo's just a little bit of a different animal, particularly with how the ball doesn't stick. The ball really moves here for West Fargo in the front court with Brett Limke. Limke crossing over, hangs, shoots, rises from 12. Shot is off the mark. Carter Zeller gets his 3rd rebound. Fargo North, Cody in the front court, leaves it right-hand side to Gabe. Sagvold up top to Zeller. Zeller uses up that dribble, finds Cody. Cody rips it through there at the free throw line, spins, left-hand scoop, shot off the mark. No, Zeller offensive putback for 2. Zeller 7 points, 4 rebounds. About a 16-second differential between shot clock and the game clock, and Hagerly goes back to the free throw line. What's impressing you most about Carson Hagerly here tonight, Josh?
I mean, his slashing ability to get to the basket. He's got such a quick first step from the perimeter that he's just got one dribble. He's going to punch it once, and he's going to get to the rack, and he's either going through you or around you. He doesn't care which one, but he's going to get to the rim no matter what.
Mujosa picks up the foul, his first. That'll be the team's 9th. Hagerly at the free throw line misses the first. Second free throw attempt upcoming here for the Packers, and Hagerly gets it to go. Hagerly with 12 points to lead the floor right now for the West Fargo Packers. You have 2 players in double digits, him and Limke respectively, leading the way here for West Fargo. Isaac Cody in the front court now, leaves it left-hand side. Gabe will take a hard dribble on the interior, rising from 13 feet. Shot is off the mark, and the ball gets tapped out to Jaden Grefsrud. Parker Nelson. Nelson driving kick. Hagerly. West Fargo can wait for the final shot if they want here to try to close out the first half, and they might reach half a century mark here if they get a 3. Parker Nelson driving kick, left-hand side, taking a dribble, losing it, and it's going to be a turnover as it goes with Lohlberg up the other end of the floor. We have a turnover right back for Fargo North. As Fargo hasn't had too many turnovers here tonight, as Limke will check in with 3.9 left to play in the first half. This is where you bring that Valpo play out, right? 3.9, got to go the length of the floor. Kind of see if you can get a guy coming in the backcourt here, throw it up the sideline as Zepeda will inbound the basketball.
Usually someone coming back from mid-court, and then you got someone in motion in the backcourt.
Hagerly rises, beats the buzzer from the free throw line, got it to go. Hagerly puts the exclamation point here on half number 1. It's West Fargo 49 and the Fargo North Spartans 29 on the United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. At the half, it's all packed here on your live event.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most.
See Jared Hansen in Larimore, your agent with answers.
Powerful and playful, delicate and precise, bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family, to provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Joining us now on our halftime report is Mike Benson, head coach of the West Fargo Packer girls basketball team. The West Fargo boys up by 20 at the half. And first and foremost, Mike, congratulations on the gutty performance. At times reminded me of last season's game where it was neither team got over 50 to win, but then all of a sudden there was an offensive flurry down the stretch. Talk about Solveig Seymour and the 2 threes that she hit, and also Walsvik got the offensive board late, kick out to get up by 3. This place was really going bonkers at this point.
Well, Solveig is kind of our gunslinger out there. I mean, she's going to throw them up 10, 12 times a game, and, she's been making 3 to 5 of them for the last, 5, 6 games. So, she's ready for the big moment. Jessica played great. It was just a total team effort. So, Solveig, yeah, she played well.
Walsvik really had herself a really nice first half, did a lot of the dirty work for you guys in the second half, but it seemed like you went to where you're going to get your opportunities, which is Mariley Sabin. You know that there were going to be 2, 3 players on her, but it just seemed like she was so patient at particular times and was able to go high post, low post. What'd you like about Mariley's game against that zone, particularly here tonight?
Well, like we talked the other day, she just keeps getting everything expected of her, knowing everybody's paying attention to only her, and she keeps delivering. And that's just a sign of a true competitor, a true awesome, just a tremendous person, tremendous player. She stepped up. In the biggest games, your best players step up, and she played really, really well tonight.
You have another opportunity here against Fargo Davies coming up on Friday. What's the next now 24, 48 hours going to be like, because you get Wednesday, you get Thursday, you get ready for Davies. What's this next 48 hours going to be like once you get to Fargo Davies for the EDC semis?
I think tomorrow it's going to be more of a light practice, get some shots up. We had some kids, I don't know if Mariley came out, Taylor maybe came out 30 seconds. We had some kids play a lot of minutes tonight, so go a little bit light tomorrow, watch some film, go through some press breaker. Big key on Friday is just going to be to handle their press and be tough with the ball. That's what we weren't able to do the second time, and they made a lot of shots that first half. So if we're able to keep it into a half-court game, I think it'll be a nice game.
Final thing for you, Mike, before I let you go. How sweet is it to get into the EDC semifinals? I know you've had to kind of work from behind, so to speak, in the EDC tournament where, boom, right in the quarterfinals, you got to win your next 2 games to get to state. By no means have you clinched a state appearance, but it does put yourself in a better position than being the 4 or 5 game and playing earlier in the afternoon on Friday.
I'll tell you what, I feel a lot better now than I did about 2.5 hours ago. So, yeah, you're exactly right. You're going to play in a state qualifying game no matter what if you don't win on Friday. And, I think we're as good as anybody. I mean, we had some adversity this year. I just don't think there's a clear, just a clear killer in the league. I think we can beat Davies. And if we don't, then we'll come back on the back end and hopefully punch our ticket to state. And we've missed out on it for a few years. So I'm real pleased that we got this one.
Hey, Mike, as always, thanks so much for your time. We'll talk to you Friday night in the EDC semifinals.
Excellent. Thanks, Chase.
That again, head coach of the West Fargo Packers, Mike Benson, with us here on our halftime shows. The West Fargo Packers, again, in the girls' contest, win it by 2 over Shanley. Halftime stats coming up next here in the boys' game on your live event.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
The City of Hillsborough welcomes you with opportunities to build, grow, live, and work in the Hillsborough community. With the City of Hillsborough Renaissance Zone, new businesses and entrepreneurs can use to start a business. The time for you to consider Hillsborough is now. Come see us, make the drive, and visit the City of Hillsborough. Contact city offices or visit www.hillsborough-nd.com. Small town, big opportunity. Experience Hillsborough.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
See your future come together at Lake Region State College. Train for in-demand careers, part-time, full-time, or online. At Lake Region State College, we change lives.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
As we bring Josh back into the fold here, you just heard from Mike Benson. Josh, you had the call of that game. What kind of impressed you most, though, in that girls basketball win for West Fargo over Fargo Shanley? That was a meat grinder right to the very end in a 54-52 win.
Yeah, the runs were insane in that game. I mean, to start out, Shanley's up 11 points early in that game in the first half, and then you come into halftime and it's only, a 4-point game. Shanley doesn't score but one bucket for about the first 8 minutes of that second half. West Fargo's defense just coming up in the clutch and getting stop after stop. Shrema had 10 points in the first half, 0 in the second half for the 6'4" center for Shanley. So great defense from West Fargo in the closing minutes. And then Seymour, just the closing threes, nails 2 in a row, her own 6-0 run to put West Fargo ahead. And, I mean, how can you not like Mariley Simon's 29-point performance?
There's no doubt about that. Here at the first half, some of the numbers between West Fargo and North. West Fargo shooting 42% from the field, 31% from beyond the arc, 5 made threes in that particular first half here for the Packers. At the free throw line right now, they are 8 of 10 from the stripe. For Fargo North, shooting 32% from the floor, 0 threes, 0 for 9 from beyond the arc. They are 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here for the Spartans. Fargo North with 13 first half turnovers compared to just the 4 of West Fargo. Packers led by the double digits of 14 of Carson Hagerly, 10 points of Brett Limke. For the Fargo North Spartans, they're led by the 7 of Zeller and the 7 of Sem. What has to change or what has to stay the same, Josh, here for these respective teams entering the second half?
The intensity on defense for the Packers has to remain the same, and the Spartans have to find some. Near the half-century mark, the Packers with 49 points, and that 4-second buzzer beater layup from, I think it was Hagerly, really just summed up that first half. Went down the court uncontested, not much resistance in the paint.
Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. 5 minutes left to play in the first half. South leads Cheyenne by 1 in boys basketball. Up in Red River, a good one in the 4-5 matchup with Red River and Shanley. The Rough Riders up by 1 late in the second half. And Grand Forks Central and Fargo Davies. Davies leads early in the second half, 54-33 in that contest. Reggie Funk running the camera. It's Chase and Josh with you here on the 1-2 combination from West Fargo. Left-hand side for Fargo North as they will handle it with Stagvold. Pops the pass on the interior to Zeller. Zeller goes across the paint to Loberg. That one rattles out. Loberg tries to climb the window. Sharif hits the deck and gets the defensive board here for West Fargo.
Seen a number of those, this rim out that just sat on the rim for a couple seconds for Fargo North.
As we go the other way, Fode Sharif shot is off the mark. Rebound comes to Sem, his 4th. Sem in transition here, tries to get by Hagerly. Hang, shoot, partially blocked. Zeller with the rebound. Then we got a reach and foul on the floor, and this might be on Parker. Check that. Oh, that's a big one. Thought it was on Parker Nelson, but they'll get with the forearm push on Nick Carlson. So
wow.
Carlson picks up his 4th with 17:22 left in regulation.
That is big.
So if North is able to make a run, mark it down that the 5th foul comes here with Carlson, but North gives it right back on the turnover. That's with Limke. Finds Sharif. Sharif spins on the interior. How'd he get out of that one? He split a pair of Spartans and finished with the left hand with the flare. Fode Sharif now with 9. A 22-point edge here for West Fargo. Cody Hagerly with the block. Cody stays with it. Shot fake. Got Sharif up, and Sharif says, not today.
It's a block party tonight.
Tell you what, there's been a lot of athletes on this game. When you take a look at guys who are going on to the next level, Parker Nelson was an absolute beast on the football field. That one is short on the shot. Rebound by Sharif. Sharif tries to go a little Euro step across the paint. Better defense, though, by Segvold, hustling back defensively.
Yeah, Segvold already has a block in this first half, and now a strip back in transition, so good hustle from him.
That's a dangerous part of the game if you're a Fargo North fan. You could ill avoid a slow start to start this second half, and Hagerly gets the 2 points. So it's a 4-0 run here to start for the West Fargo Packers in the opening 75 seconds of our second stanza. Largest lead of the game for West Fargo here at 24. They have a chance to walk away with it again. The first 2 games, a 3-point win and then a 1-point loss. So a 3-point win for North and then a 1-point loss for North. I mean, it just went back and forth those first 2. North with a lot of work to do to try to get back to that point right now. A shot would help, and Fode Sharif will get called for the foul here with the little undercut. As going to the free throw line here will be Fargo North, and it will be on Sharif, his second, team second. And going to the line is going to be Gabe Zegvold, a 90% free throw shooter on the season, shooting 2. North of the line went free throw attempt number 1 is off the mark.
Is that the announcer jinx right there? 90% free throw shooter.
I didn't say 100. 5 of 7, now 5 of 8 at the line is Fargo North here tonight. Gabe goes 0 for 2 from the line. Just putting out numbers, that's our job, Josh, is to put out numbers. Will they do anything with it? We have no say, right? I'll get your thoughts on it later. Hagerly goes to the 10 for 2.
Minnesota field goal kickers would beg to differ.
Don't bring up that harsh reality here. We still got a little bit before the NFL draft, for crying out loud. Well, Kirk Cousins being purple, who knows? But right now we know that West Fargo playing really well here in the EDC quarterfinals. Sem hang shot off the mark, and what West Fargo's doing is what they did last year in their run to a state title. Stingy defense and quality offense. 3, Limke off the front iron and got the shooter's throw. Limke with a dirty 13, his third made 3, and it's all Packers here in the EDC quarterfinals. North just looking for a bucket. Cody bounce pass across the paint. This one goes to Loberg, and Loberg will go to the free throw line.
Good pump fake there. Got the defenders one up in the air, the other off balance. That's going to get you to the line every time.
Hagerly will pick up 2, so you got 2 with Hagerly, 2 with Sharif, and Nick Carlson has 4 respectively for West Fargo. But I tell you what, even since Carlson went out, it seems like the better defense has been by West Fargo and their aggression here in the half court, specifically against this North offense.
Yeah, Sem really not much to hear from him in the first couple minutes of this half.
Loberg goes 2 of 2 from the line, and to your point, Sem has 7 points, but just 2 made field goals. So, I mean, that tells you about the defense here. As North's going to go to a little extended 2-3 zone, trying to get West Fargo out of rhythm as the Packers already have 9 second-half points. Sharif spins on Zeller, kick out right-hand side, Limke. Limke with a jab step, double team comes, skip to Greffs through the lefty, rises. That one is off the mark, and a rebound to Zeller. Sem, the other end of the floor, crossing over on Hagerly there. It's loose. Now to Segvold. He'll shoot the high arching 3. That one off the mark, and a rebound to Jaden Greffsrud, his second. Packers in the front court right now with Greffsrud. Leaves it into the interior to Hagerly. Right-hand side of Limke. Limke on a driving kick action to Parker Nelson. Nelson goes between the legs, looking inside for Sharif. Leaves it on the skip now to Limke. Limke with the floater from the baseline. Tickles the twine. Brett Limke with 15.
That was a great job by Parker Nelson looking off the defender there before he skipped it to Hagerly, because he was open and the defender was thinking of jumping it, but he comes back on his read to Hagerly, who reverses for the easy floater.
And we have a foul here on Fode Sharif trying to get in front of Zeller, so Sharif will pick up his 3rd, team's 4th. And the old question is, how much is too much in a game? How big of a hole before that shovel? It doesn't matter if it goes to China and back. It doesn't matter because North is down 29. This is a team that can score in a hurry and score bunches, but they got to play nearly lights out defense, Josh, for the remainder of this game, and they have to be really, really efficient on offense.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a night and day kind of switch for Fargo North, and turnover is not going to help.
It's going to be their 15th of the contest. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors for providing tonight's coverage, and throughout the EDC tournament, again, we will have coverage Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from the Shield Center. Some of those, Enbridge, our player of the game contest. We also have University of Minnesota Crookston, United Savings Credit Union, as well as a host of others. This one goes right-hand side. Max foul goes to baseline. Limke, 3! Yes, sir! Brent Limke with his 4th made 3 of the night. He's done 3 or more threes in a game 14 times this season. Sem putting on a dribbling clinic as we have another foul. The one thing, if you're a Packer fan, that you have to be watching out of, that's the 5th team foul. So just one more to give. And then North, hey, if you're going to get back in a contest, what better way to do it than from the line when there's no time running off the clock?
And they got some good free throw shooters on that team, too.
Khaled, oh, what a honey of a pass in the back door cut. Little Princeton offense there with Isaac Cody with a right-handed layup. Cody now with 8, 2-3 zone continues. Grabs through right-hand side, rising, shooting his foul for 3! Splash City! That shot is pretty. Max foul with the triple. The 8-3 as a team here for West Fargo, and they're doubling up Fargo North.
Yeah, just when you think you get a good look for North, you got to come back and play some defense, but foul, not having any of it.
As Carson Hagerly gets the steal, Hagerly will see what he does on Zeller. Hagerly spins. Oh, what a spin reversal. 180 finishes with the left hand. Hagerly with 20.
That was pretty well defended, you would think.
As Fargo looks like a team possessed, and we're going to get a foul here on Jeremiah Sem, as this one will go the other way. First foul in the second half on the Packers, on the Spartans.
Yeah,
Sem will pick up his 3rd.
A frustration foul right there is, I think it was Limke that was just riding him up the court and not letting him have an ounce of breathing room. And that's off the ball that he was face guarding him all the way up the floor. Sem wasn't liking it, and gives a little bit of a shove, and that's going to turn it over.
Grabs through it, right elbow jumper, got it to go. This is one of those games where everything is going right for the team in front and nearly everything is going wrong for the team behind. And Travis Hogue wants to talk about it. 12:35 left to play here in regulation. The Packers looking like what they did last season in their state tournament run to a state title. Packers 70, Fargo North 33 on our United Savings Credit Union scoreboard.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most.
See Jared Hansen in Larimore, your agent with answers.
70-30 on the United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. West Fargo over Fargo North. Let's take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard right now of games across the Eastern Dakota Conference here tonight. Fargo South and West Fargo Cheyenne at the half. The number 7 seed over the number 2 seed. It's South 28, Cheyenne 27. Up in Grand Forks in the 4-5 matchup. Red River up by 2 right now over Fargo Shanley in the 4-5 game, and Fargo Davies well in hand right now, the number 1 team in the Eastern Dakota Conference, up 72-39 over Grand Forks Central. And this is a game where I don't know how many people thought that West Fargo would blow out Fargo North. I think we thought it would be a back and forth kind of a game, a 80-85 kind of a stanza. But it's just one of those where, again, everything has gone right for West Fargo, it feels like, and everything has gone wrong right now for Fargo North. Sem bounce pass. This one goes up top now to Khaled. Khaled rises from 10 and gets the and one. That's just his 2nd field goal and the 6th point of the second half. The foul will be on Carson Hagerly, his 3rd, and the team's 6th. So North is in the bonus for the remainder of 12 minutes and change in this contest, down by 35. Khaled, free throw attempt off the mark. Rebound goes to Caden Zepeda. Up the other end of the floor, inside Limke, turnover. Carter Zeller now leaves it to Matt Sem. Sem tries to go over Hagerly, throws one up, shot is off the mark. Rebound underneath to Zepeda. West Fargo doesn't want to play four-corner stall defense, but you can really use the shot clock up right now and get a quality look every time down the floor as North has this extended 2-3 zone. Grefsrud left elbow. Grefsrud looking on the inside, drives, uses up that dribble, extra fine Limke. Limke, why not? Three! Off the front iron rebound. No to Max Foul. Foul with it, finds Limke at the free throw line. Back to Foul here. Foul takes a help hook, hard dribbles down the paint, and Carter Zeller gets called for the foul. Zeller's second, team second, as Max Foul. He hasn't played a lot this season in terms of varsity minutes, but he'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. The Packers, a team that is just right now in rhythm. Free throw attempt number one is off. Fargo North will make a substitution. Earlier tonight in the girls contest, North lost to Davies 69-21. Davies pitched a shutout in the second half, a 31-0 second half against the Spartans. West Fargo won by 2 over Shanley. Cheyenne 78-59 over Wapaton. And the number 3 seed Red River 82-34 over the 6-seeded Devils Lake Firebirds. Top 4 seeds advanced on the girls' side. So no upsets in the girls' side. We get a poke away steal. Max Foul, right-handed layup on, good for 2.
0 for 2 at the line, but he comes up with the double team and the steal and the layup in transition. Good for him.
Defense to offense, a staple for any basketball team out there. This one goes left-hand side now to welcome Mohoza. This one will be on the floor before the shot, but regardless, it will be free throws upcoming as Max Foul will kick off for the foul, his first, team 7th. Substitution, Fode Sharif and Parker Nelson will return as Limke will check out and Max Foul both get a nice ovation here from the West Fargo Packers. West Fargo, last time they made the EDC championship here. Free throw is going to be good for welcome. You take a look back since 2014 for the Packers. Last time they made it was 2019, but since 2014 it's been either West Fargo, Cheyenne, or Fargo Davies every year that has won the EDC tournament outside 2015 when Red River won it. As we have a jump ball almost, North able to come out with it. Sem, little reach-in foul here by Parker Nelson, his first and the team's 8th, and Sem goes to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Out in the WDA, starting up on Thursday at 3 o'clock, number 1 seed Monett goes up against the Jamestown Blue Jays. The 4-5 matchup features Bismarck St. Mary's against number 5 seeded Dickinson. The evening portion, number 2 seeded Bismarck Century against Mandan. And then the nightcap, Bismarck High against Bismarck Legacy. And out west, you can feel like it's just wide open as it is out east, I think, this year here in Class A. Sem makes free throw attempt number 1. Free throw attempt number 2 upcoming. Sem goes 1 of 2 from the line as Fode Sharif gets the rebound. We got him down for 9 points and 8 boards here. A win for West Fargo at this result would hold. They would play the winner of West Fargo, Cheyenne, and Fargo South at 7:15 on Thursday. North would play in a loser-out contest on Thursday at 3:45 against either the Bruins or the Mustangs. Grefsrud double team, pops a pass up top to Zepeda, now to Hagerly. Hagerly with the basketball on the left baseline. Double team comes, kick out right-hand side. 3 on the way! Parker Nelson, the rainbow 3! West Fargo, their 9th 3 of the contest as we have a jump ball possession goes to the West Fargo Packers. Talking to head coach Adam Polcheski earlier this week, asked about the 3 games in 3 days, and he said, you know what, maybe that loss against Red River was all right. Didn't play our best brand of basketball in that contest. And sometimes the old adage is, Josh, a loss at the right time of the year could go a long way, and it came at the last regular season game on Friday.
Well, they're certainly not headed that direction. They're playing some really good basketball tonight.
Parker Nelson shot is off the mark, but the ball goes off Matt Sem on the baseline here as they'll stay with the West Fargo Packers. And coming back into the contest here for Fargo North will be Jeremiah Sem. He's held the 7 points so far. Leading scorer is Sem and Zeller. Zeller held to 7 as well in the first half. Isaac Cody leads the floor right now for Fargo North with 8. Fode Sharif shot fake. Then Sem gets there, and then Sem gets the steal. That's Jeremiah to Matt. Up the other end of the floor, here comes Luke Loberg. Loberg to Zeller at the right wing. Nick Carlson playing with those 4 personal fouls back in the contest. Khaled takes a ball screen, looking inside for Zeller. Ball gets poked away and stolen away. Here comes Fode Sharif. Sharif, nice little up and under move on Sem for 2. Fode Sharif now 13 straight games where he has 11 or more points here for the West Fargo Packers in a contest. 3-pointer, left pocket 3 is long by Matt Sem. Rebound comes down to Jeremiah. Jeremiah Sem will spin on the baseline. Hang, shoot, shot is off the mark, and the foul will come on Parker Nelson on the shooting foul, his second and the team's 9th. Coming up on our post-game show, we'll get to our Energy Player of the Game, brought to you in part by Enbridge Energy. Take a look at the final numbers here from some of the victorious as it stands right now, West Fargo Packers. And then also get to our RDK Enterprises play or player of the game. Josh, I think the play of the game might be the defense we've seen from West Fargo here in the second half.
You can't really single out one play from West Fargo's defense. It's been a game-long effort from this entire crew.
Lemke in the front court here on that Packer emblem. Leaves it near sideline for Zepeda. To the baseline to Carlson. Back to Zepeda. Zepeda left-hand side to Fode Sharif, who spins, leaves it to Lemke. Lemke rises, teardropper from the right baseline. No, put back by Sharif, gets blocked by Zeller. It's still loose, and this one will come. And Parker Nelson with the excuse me bump on Matt Sem hustling for the ball. Nelson will pick up his 3rd, team's 10th, and it's double bonus from here on out, as Sem will go to the free throw line to shoot the pair with 3 points and 1 of 2 in tonight's contest.
Yeah, that's one you can usually live with as a coach, giving up that foul right there. Hustle play, 50-50 ball, who's going to get it first?
Matt Sem goes to the free throw line to shoot the double bonus. Fargo North with 2 team fouls right now. Sem makes free throw attempt number 1. Right now for the West Fargo Packers, Peyton McGregor, a 5'9 junior, will check in. McGregor so far with 3 points. Isaac Cody back on the floor here for Fargo North, playing with those 2 personal fouls. And again, the season's not over for these teams here tonight in the quarterfinals. You can have one bad game. The problem is for North, they can ill afford to have it for the rest of the season now. As Sem goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Lemke at the top of the key. The season low for North this season, 47 at Fargo Shanley on December the 14th. Carlson, rip, gives it up top. 3-pointer, high arching 3. That one almost went in for a 4-point opportunity as Peyton McGregor will go to the free throw line. 3 points from McGregor. He's only been to the line 6 times this season. We've seen Coach Palczewski go more to his bench here tonight than we've seen throughout the entire season here, and getting some guys some minutes and getting some guys the break as Sem picks up his 4th.
Yeah, this can go more than just tonight's a little bit of a break for the heavy hitters, but it's going to keep them more rested for games to come, not using them up as much today.
Free throw attempt number 1 is good. Second one on the way here by McGregor, as Nick Carlson has a big smile as he looks at the West Fargo student section. And why not? Your team's up 38 points, and Nick Carlson has 6 points and 4 rebounds, and he's played through 4 fouls as well. He hasn't had a particularly individual night where he would like to remember, but from a team night, he's got to love what he's seen from his other teammates on the floor. This one off the mark. Loberg gets the board, his 7th. Cody in the front court here, leaves it left-hand side, ripping it through. Spinning there is going to be Sagvold. Back to Cody, backdoor on the pass to Sem, and it's a turnover. Carson Hagerly to Fode Sharif. Sharif right-handed, shot up, and it's going to be an offensive charge here on Fode Sharif. Getting back defensively with Sem, as this will be on Fode, his 4th. So you got 4 with him and 4 with Nick Carlson right now.
And if Sem had gotten whistled for a block, he would have been done, as I believe he's got 4 fouls
Correct.
as well right now.
If you're Fargo North, the game is well in hand. There's no question. But if you're Travis Hogue, you don't want to go out on a bad taste leading into Thursday afternoon. Matt Sem shot partially deflected there by Lemke. Goes with West Fargo with Nick Carlson. And on the opposite side for West Fargo, you just want to continue to play the game that you're playing right now and go into the semifinals on a high note against either your rival in Cheyenne or the 7th seed in Fargo South. Shot off the mark by Carson Hagerly. Put back, though, is good by Fode Sharif batting some stats now for Sharif. He's got 13 points, 9 rebounds, and a foul in the backcourt here. So beyond McGregor, his second, as Sem will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Jeremiah Sem has scored 11 or more in every game this season for Fargo North in the 22 contests they played. And give credit to where credit's due. West Fargo has made it very difficult for Sem in this backcourt tonight, Josh, on the half-court defense by the Packers.
Yeah, I mean, that's a testament. That foul right there is how hard they are playing him when he is nowhere near the ball. Like, he's just trying to make it up the floor, and they're face guarding him, and they'll try to figure out what kind of gum he's chewing.
Sem
tactic, yeah.
With 2 for 2. What's your favorite flavor? Watermelon, cress, mint?
It really depends, but I like the watermelon.
All right, now it's the watermelon sugar of West Fargo that is proving really well offensively and defensively. Okay, that's a stretch. And thank you very much, Coach Polcheski, for calling the timeout there. 7:49 left to play in regulation on a United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. Packers up by 38.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Sanford Health. Here for all. Here for good.
Welcome to Ada, Minnesota. There's much to offer for new residents and much to do once you're here. Medical facility, living community, and assistant living. A beautiful school campus providing quality education. The Deco Center with a 24-hour fitness center. A community of faith with church and youth programs. Auto dealers, bowling, theater, farm implement and agronomy centers. Banks, retail and service businesses, a radio station, and much more. With employment and housing available. Welcome to the City of Ada to work, raise a family, and relax. Contact the City of Ada for more information.
A game earlier tonight on your live event with Joel Morgan. Fargo Davies handles Grand Forks Central 79-49. The freshman sensation, Mason Claybo, 36 points and 6 3-pointers. There's a reason Dave Richmond and NDSU already gave that man an offer from Fargo Davies. So Davies will play the winner of Red River and Fargo Shanley. That game right down to the wire right now. Deacons up by 4, midway to play in that contest in the second half. About 8 minutes left to go in Grand Forks. This one to the baseline here to Limke. Rips it through, takes a couple dribbles. Top of the key. 3 on the way by McGregor off the mark. Limke, that's Hagerly was right there for the opportunity on the putback. Instead, it goes down to the Fargo North Spartans. Sem wide open, left-handed layup for 2. That's Matt. And we get a foul to boot. So Sem will have an and-one opportunity here. Count the bucket. The foul will come on Payne McGregor, his third. So you got 3 on Nelson, 3 on Hagerly, 3 on McGregor, 4 by Sharif, and 4 by Nick Carlson. You like your chances?
Of someone fouling out? Yeah.
Free throw attempt is good by Matt Sem for the and-one opportunity. Sem here 4 or 5 from the free throw line right now for the Fargo North Spartans. Spartans down by 35, but again, time is running out as Carlson gets the and-one. Sharif with the assist. Carlson now with 8. I like that play on the zone. A little 1-4 high set, go to the high post, and the opposite post player breaks down to the block, and no one was there, and Carlson gets the and-one.
Yeah, just so much space to operate for West Fargo right now inside the paint.
As at the free throw line is Hagerly. Cody picks up his third. Nick Carlson at the free throw line. Luke Loberg picks up the rebound. West Fargo Packers, a team that looks to close in again on an opportunity to get back to a state tournament appearance here. As with this result, they would be one more win away on a turnover. Nice shovel pass across the paint to Carlson. His shot gets blocked, and that'll do it for Jeremiah Sem. Sem will fall out of this contest with 10 points, held to a season low here, and he only had 2 made field goals. Sem went 6 of 8 from the free throw line and had 0 threes. He had 61 threes this season. And the Packer student section with a chant to Sem. Free throw attempts coming up here for Carlson. Makes free throw attempt number 1. How about the defense performance again by West Fargo? I know we said it earlier, Josh, but how about the defensive performance on SEM tonight, particularly Jeremiah?
Yeah, I mean, you've frustrated one of the most athletic players in the EDC for an entire game and got him to foul out with 7 minutes to play. That's just complete domination. And the individual defensive effort, no matter who they've stuck on him, they've just had that fire that they're guarding the best player, and they're going to do everything in their power to keep him in front and wall up on him, and that's exactly what they did.
Carlson in double digits now after making those 2 free throws. He's got 10. Right-hand side 3 on the way. Coming! And Gabe Zegvold makes the triple. He's got 5. He got 5 made 3-pointers in the win against Valley City in the play-in round on Saturday. Nick Carlson tries for the reversal. No. Fode Sharif, offensive rebound. Shot is off the mark. No. Put back by Sharif. No. Sharif is a one-man wrecking crew. Spins on the inside. Off the backboard. Got it to go. Fode Sharif just wants it more.
Fode Sharif not to be denied. A series of offensive rebounds. And Cody answers right back.
Cody in double digits with 11. We got Sharif down with 15 points and 12 boards now. Speaking of padding stats, that's how you do it. Hagerly goes for the 2 points the other way. Carson Hagerly with the smooth 22. West Fargo 88, Fargo North 47, and head coach Adam Polcheski gotta loves what he's seen from his team tonight. Up 49-29 at the half, and that intensity in the first half carried over into the second half as well. Zegvold spins against Fargo North. The Spartans will shoot a deep 3 by Isaac Cody. That one is short off the mark. Rebound comes by Khaled, and it's out of bounds on the baseline. A turnover. The 22nd of the night here for the Spartans.
That's just the defense right there. Zegvold took about 10 seconds trying everything he can to get by his defender. He never even touched the paint.
West Fargo Packers, 32 state tournament appearances, made it last season as well as the state champs. Fargo North, it was a while until last year that they made it, finishing 13-13 on the season. This one goes to Parker Nelson inside now on the pass to Carlson for 2. And Carlson having himself a nice second half with 6 points, 12 in the contest. Other end, a right-handed, if you will, little slam, thereby welcome for the 2 points.
Scoring picking up now.
Back and forth. This is what we kind of thought we'd see was a track meet, back and forth. But I got to tell you what, North had some opportunities early that were halfway down and just rattled out. And then West Fargo just took advantage late in the first half to get on a run. 3-pointer off by Parker Nelson. Sharif on the inside, but was out of bounds as it goes back to Fargo North. North is still going to be a dangerous team. If you look at the bracket, they will play Cheyenne or South. And if you talked to coaches earlier in the year, they all said North could be a team that could come out of the East and do some damage again and be a squad like they were last year. They lost in this particular round, but then won back-to-back games to make state, beating Fargo Shanley in a state qualifier. All that I know is if North is able to get to Saturday, I would not want to see them just because of the manpower that they have on any given night. They could be the ones going off for 90 points.
Yeah, there aren't many teams out there like West Fargo that can guard a SEM the entire game.
One thing for West Fargo and Hagerly, it's just been a well-balanced diet. Cody gets the steal the other way. Cody throws one up off the mark, and it's been that kind of evening for Fargo North. Those 50-50 balls just haven't gone their way, whether it's a deflection, whether it's a loose ball, or one that just hangs off the rim. It just hasn't been able to get there here for West Fargo. And Coach Polcheski talked about owning the window. West Fargo's done a really good job in the second half here, especially with Nick Carlson having those 4 personal fouls. The aforementioned Carlson, little slip pass inside to Grefsrud for the left-handed layup. Jaden Grefsrud now with 9 points. Give Carlson the assist, and the Packers 8 away from reaching the century mark. This one goes right-hand side. 3-pointer on the way by Isaac Cody. Buries it. Isaac Cody, his second made 3 of the half, 8 of his 14 in the second. Going to have a line change here on the next dead ball for both Fargo North and West Fargo respectively here. Parker Nelson gives a high post touch. Probing, Carlson, Limke, left wing, 3-pointer coming. That one rattles out. Rebound, Hagerly. Check that rebound, Parker Nelson for the end one. I'd have to double check that our scoreboard goes to 100. Sagvold with the foul, his second, team's fifth, and Nelson will go to the free throw line as we have a wholesale substitution here for both teams.
Carson Hannestead, one of those players, checking in for Fargo North, a former schoolmate of mine back at Park Christian.
Hey, there you go. Here's a stat for you. Free throw attempts is going to be good by Parker Nelson. Nelson will finish the evening with 8 points. Brett Limke will finish with 18. Carson Hagerly with a game-high 22, and Fode Sharif will finish with 15 points here for West Fargo. This one goes between the circles now to the aforementioned Hannestead and Jalen May. To the right baseline for Fargo North. Hannestead trying the up and under move. Shot off the mark. Rebound putback for two is good. Mason Kinsella, the 6'4 senior forward in the scoring column. It's elementary now. The Packers will advance and get to 17-5 on the season, while Fargo North will drop to 14-9. Still to come, we'll get to our RDK Enterprises play or player of the game. And we'll also get to our Enbridge Energy player of the contest. West Fargo, McGregor, right-hand side, Zepeda. Zepeda rips it through, driving kick to Max. Found out the baseline jumper on the way. Off the mark, no. Rebound underneath. Zepeda trying to battle for it. Kick out to the right of the key, and holding it up there is Isaac Fitz. Now to Grefsrud. Grefsrud spins, drive, Matt to foul. And we might have an ankle roll here on Fargo North. Grefsrud three-pointers long. Ball gets tipped down. It's to West Fargo here, and Isaac Fitz, and a fresh 30 again for the Packers. West Fargo season high 105 at Devil's Lake earlier this year. Three-pointer, yes sir! Max Fowl with 8 points, his second made three, and that's a season high as we have a substitution timeout here for Fargo North. Packers, Noah Yonke, a 6'2 junior, will check in here for West Fargo. The Packers will advance to play the winner of West Fargo Cheyenne and Fargo South at 7:15 on Thursday night in the final game of a quadruple header here on your live event, the second of the semis. Fargo North will play in a loser-out contest at 3:45 on Thursday, hoping to advance to a state qualifying game on Saturday morning with breakfast and basketball at 11 a.m. There is the and one for the aforementioned Hannestead. A foul will come on Noah, his first. At the free throw line here is for Fargo North. Hannestead, as the West Fargo Packers diving deeper into their bench. Tony Leal, a 6'3 sophomore forward, will check in.
Yeah, Carson Hannestead's brother Duncan, he's about 6'5 or 6'6, and he was part of that Park Christian state team in 2015.
Oh, Minnesota knowledge for you here in the state of North Dakota
Yeah.
at Prep Sports. Never know what you're going to get on a broadcast. Isaac Fitz leaves it back up top between the circles to Max Shell, a 5'10 junior forward, getting some minutes here. Packers a bucket away from the century mark. This one goes back to Shell at the left pocket. 7 seconds on the shot clock to 6. This one up top gets reversed around the horn. Open three-pointer. This for 101. Off the mark, and a rebound comes down to Fargo North. Spartans in the front court here across the way. Job by West Fargo, playing some defense by Isaac Fitz, who's gave Coach Balcheski some good minutes here tonight, particularly in the first half.
Yeah, great hustle play, getting back in there for that steal, coming from behind in transition.
Ball up the left-hand side. West Fargo just probing right now, using some of that shot clock. Little shovel pass on the inside. Leal, we're going to get a jump ball possession will favor Fargo North with 47 seconds left to play in regulation. So the Packers will win 7 of their last 9 games here. They'll get to the EDC semifinals, a chance to make the EDC championship for the first time since 2019 for West Fargo, which isn't that long ago. It's just Cheyenne and Davies have owned the EDC tournament as of late. Kinsella now with 4 points, gets in the scoring column, about a 4-second differential between shot clock and the game clock here. This one goes to the baseline for West Fargo. Three-pointer on the way. That one's off the back tab. Rebound, Max Shell, and gets fouled.
Well, here's your shot at 100 right here.
So Shell will try to crack the century mark with 2 made free throws. Foul comes here on Fargo North. 21 seconds left in regulation. Josh, what was the most impressive thing about this contest in your mind tonight here for the West Fargo Packers?
The personal defense on Jeremiah Sem, just tremendous. Frustrating him all night, and the the old drill where you're closing out and then you cannot let someone touch the paint. That's exactly what West Fargo did, not allowing Sem or really anyone to drive from perimeter to paint.
Fargo North gets the rebound here. The Spartans again will drop to 14-9 on the season. Up and over pass on the interior. That one's off the mark, no good by Kinsella. Put back, don't count it to go. Mason Kinsella now with 6 points. The foul will come here on West Fargo. Tiedemann will pick up the foul. With 5.2 seconds left to play, the West Fargo Packers will pick up the 98-66 or 5. Looks like to be the 66 plateau as Kinsella makes the free throw, and all that West Fargo right now has to do is dribble it out in the front court, and they are going to be victorious here. The West Fargo Packers are advancing to the EDC semifinals. It is a final here in West Fargo, 99-66. The Packers, check that, 98-66. The Packers advancing to the EDC semifinals. That'll be upcoming tomorrow on Thursday night at 7:15. Fargo North, they will play at 3:45 in the consolation semifinals. We'll hear from some of the victorious players after this on your live event.
Rock Solid Concrete. Give them a call at 701-238-4523 to get a free estimate on all your concrete projects. Services provided are, but not limited to, decorative stamp patios, decorative stamp sidewalks, new and replacement driveways and sidewalks, garage, shop, and shed pad floors, and residential and commercial flat work. They would love to sit down with you and find a plan that works best for your projects. Call Rock Solid Concrete at 701-238-4523.
RDK Enterprises can help with spring preparation this winter. Call them at 701-636-2119 to schedule your meter, planter, and precision planting software repairs and updates. This includes monitoring and control systems, all to help improve your planting, which means improved profits. It pays to plant with precision with RDK Enterprises. Locations in Hillsborough and Drayton, North Dakota. Visit them online at planterdoc.com or call 701-636-2119.
Here on our post-game show with us now is Brett Limke of the West Fargo Packers as West Fargo picks up the 98-66 win. Brett, as much as we can talk about the offense, how about the defensive intensity in this one, holding Jeremiah Sem to a season-low 10 points?
Oh, that was the main focus. He's a great player, one of the best in the state, and he's going to be great for years to come. But we knew for us to win, we had to shut him down along with Zeller. That was our main focus in practice. We really locked in on that. And we knew if we shut him down, we had a pretty good chance to win, and it just so happened that the game plan worked out.
You know, a good offense, too. We've seen you guys not stick with the basketball. I know Adam Polcheski talks about moving the ball, cutting without the ball. What did you see from the offensive flow from top to bottom throughout this game?
I think it was just a good family team effort. You know, we talked about in practice, we talked about unity, we have it on the shirts, and just sharing the ball. You know, we know when we pass it and we help others get a bucket, we're going to get it back. You know, and that's what we did tonight. And I think it just showed what our potential can be. So it was great to see that.
You know, Nick Carlson played in foul trouble throughout the entirety of the game. And I know Adam Polcheski said in our pregame show, if we clear the window and win that type of rebounding, we have a chance to win. What did you see from your team getting after those loose balls, whether it was on defense or offense tonight?
That's the biggest thing. Championship teams win 50-50 balls, and they get rebounds, they get loose rebounds. And Nick Carlson's big in that. You know, he's kind of our main rebounder, but we all have to chip in. We're a smaller team. I got to do a better job. I wasn't rebounding earlier in the year. Coach got on me, and we've all just kind of chipped in to help Nick, and we know if we want to get back to where we were last year, we all got to chip in and rebound.
Talk about the month of March. You guys went through a run last year. You have some new pieces this year, but what's it about this month in March that you guys been able to kind of step up to that level here, particularly this season now?
I think we just know what our ceiling is. You know, we know what we can be, and we know we've went through some bumps. Every team does, but it helps prepare you for March. And I think we are prepared. We're battle tested. The EDC is really good this year, and we know we got a really good group of guys. We got a really good group of coaches, but it's going to be tough. No team's going to give it to you. We just know if we bring our fight every day to the gym, we're going to be in great position.
Hey, Brett, thanks so much for your time, and we'll see you Thursday night in the EDC semifinals.
I appreciate it.
That again, Brett Limke with us here for the West Fargo Packers. We got Brett down for 4 made threes in this contest and 18 points. When we come back after this, we'll get to our RDK Enterprises Player of the Game and our Enbridge Player of the Game as well. Again, the West Fargo Packers advance to the EDC semifinals on Thursday night.
Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel all passion for family fun.
Friday night racing returns this spring. Log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com for more information.
Red River Valley Speedway, the fastest high bank dirt track in the upper Midwest.
The City of Hillsborough welcomes you with opportunities to build, grow, live, and work in the Hillsborough community. With the City of Hillsborough Renaissance Zone, new businesses and entrepreneurs can use to start a business. The time for you to consider Hillsborough is now. Come see us, make the drive, and visit the City of Hillsborough. Contact city offices or visit www.hillsborough-nd.com. Small town, big opportunity. Experience Hillsborough.
All of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
A perfect commercial as we get to our post-game show conversation here. I'm going to put Josh on the spot a little bit for you as we get to our Enbridge Energy player of the game here. Enbridge Energy work has begun to replace Line 3, and keeping everyone safe is Enbridge's top priority. Robust COVID-19 safety rules have been established for Enbridge employees because they all want everyone home safe. Learn more by visiting enbridge.com/line3.us. And Josh, is there any one particular player here that kind of stands out with our final stats in front of us here for the West Fargo Packers? Is it to the guy that we just talked to moments ago with the defense and those 4 threes? Do you give it just to the team in general, or who are you going to go with here for part 1 of 2 here with our Enbridge Energy player of the game?
Oh, man, this is a hard one to decide. Obviously, the entire team for just the group performance, but I'm going to go with Fodé Sharif with the Energy player of the game because the offensive rebounds he pulled down were vital, and they almost all led to second chance points, which are a backbreaker for opponents.
Let's get to our RDK Enterprises now player of the game. Thinking about upgrading your planner? Well, then visit RDK Enterprises at their locations in Hillsborough and Drayton, North Dakota to learn more about available rebates and financing. RDK Enterprises online at planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com. We might let the cat out of the bag in the second half. I said it was the defense of West Fargo, top to bottom. Josh, do you go with that as a team, or do you go somewhere else here for our RDK Enterprises player of the game?
I think it's got to be the defense.
Yeah.
It's just got to be the defense holding SEM to a season low 10.
It's going to be a lot of fun to see what happens. We'll take one more break. When we come back, we'll hear from head basketball coach Adam Polcheski. Some finals rolling in. Shanley 5 better than Red River. The Deacons will play Fargo Davies. Davies beat Grand Forks Central by 30. And West Fargo Cheyenne and Fargo South. That game late in the contest, 3:33 left to play. Cheyenne down by 1 at the half. Leads by 12 right now with 3.5 minutes left to play over Fargo South. We'll hear from head Packer coach, that is Adam Polcheski, next here as our post-game show continues on your live event.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms, saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage, our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
It's a family-oriented community.
It's a great community to raise kids in a family.
They're a safe place to raise a family, and can go four-wheeling on the trails or kayaking down the river.
Just more than knowing the family that's here, it's getting to know new neighbors.
We wanted to be somewhere that was community-oriented, and this felt just perfect.
From too wet to too dry, we know Mother Nature has the final say on the crop. Count on Irie Insurance to help manage that risk. IRE Insurance has a proven track record with over 30 years of experience as a crop insurance leader. Protect your legacy with the right tools to do the job. Learn more at ireinsurance.com or by calling your local agent in Devils Lake, Hillsborough, Hope, Mackville, Towner, and West Fargo.
You're protected and appreciated at IRE.
As we're back here at West Fargo High School in the EDC quarterfinals, the West Fargo Packers pick up the win against Fargo North. And Adam, I know earlier in the week we discussed what would be some keys in this contest, and you talked about the window. You talked about offense and defensive rebounds, and even though Nick Carlson got into foul trouble, it seemed like it was a team rebounding mentality here tonight that got you guys over the top.
It definitely was. It was a team effort by us on the glass. We were down 8 rebounds at halftime and got it back to 1, and we actually had 29 second chance points versus their 24. So the work we did on the glass was huge tonight.
Talk about your defense. As much as we can talk about the offensive efficiency and nearly getting to a century, holding Fargo North to the low 40s and 50s late in the second half there. What was it about the 5 guys playing together as a team here on the floor tonight?
You know, they're all friends. They've been playing together the whole life. And then it also starts in the weight room. You know, we lift hard. We train all year long for games in the playoffs like this. So you got to be tougher than the next team. It starts in the weight room. It starts with the mentality, and we had it tonight.
3 guys, Brett Limke, Fode Sharif, and alongside Carson Hagerly, just continue to have certain spurts. It was Hagerly at one time, it was Sharif at another time, Limke with some big threes. Talk about that trio, not just tonight, but throughout the season.
Yeah, they get it done, don't they? They can all score it. They're all unselfish players, and they're smart players. So, you know, we had 23 assists to go along with those points, too. When those guys are passing each other, they're cutting, they're doing good things, and they're starting to really find their stride together as a unit.
Final thing for you, as much as we like to talk about those guys, Peyton McGregor, Isaac Fitz gets some minutes as well. What was it about the bench play here tonight that kept that mentality up both offensively and defensively?
Besides Zapata and Grefsud, who have been there all year long and done a great job for us, McGregor and Max Fowl and Isaac Fitz, those 3 guys, we got them prepped. They've been putting together a great season on the JV. And they're ready to play varsity for a lot of teams, just not for us yet. But it's tournament time, and anyone that can contribute needs to contribute. So we call on those guys, and they are ready for it.
Yeah, Adam, congratulations on the win. We'll see you Thursday night in the semifinals from the Shield Center.
Thanks, Chase.
And again, West Fargo Packer boys basketball coach Adam Palczewski as they pick up the win. Thank you very much for tuning in to high school boys basketball here tonight on Your Live Event. Make sure you go to yourliveevent.com. We have Thursday, Friday, and semifinal round action on top of Saturday round action from the Shield Center here on Your Live Event. Good night from West Fargo.
Sounds like Cheyenne's got it locked.
We'll be right back.